Difficult. Women.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho! Hey, gobble, gobble.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy post-Thanksgiving, pre-Christmas, and other festivities day. I don't know. Week, month.
Getting ready.
I'm Katy Frame, by the way.
That's right. I'm Marie Cecile Anderson, and this is the Difficult Women podcast. We are currently sitting in our own homes, me in Nashville, Katy in Brooklyn, in our Difficult Women merchandise
that we're showing you, but you can't really see. Yeah. But it looks great.
It's funny. I thought people could actually see us right then. Huh. Interesting how podcasts work. Me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Haven't figured out 3 years later, however long we've been doing.
You guys see me?
Can you see me? Can you see me now?
I bet you in a couple years they're going to have something you insert into your eye, and then when you listen to podcasts, you can watch through your eyeball while you're walking in the forest. It's going to be really fun.
It's the chip in the vaccine. Just kidding. That's for another episode. So, how are you? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was splendid. I got pretty tipsy with the old mother.
That's fun.
It was very fun. We did a 5-course meal. We did not do turkey. We did started off with crab imperial. It was stuffed mushroom with some crab in it. That was nice, yes. Paired with a nice rosé. Then we switched to a carrot ginger soup that had the consistency of baby food, which we joked about the whole time it was going down. Then a wedge salad, and then lobster risotto, and then cheesecake, pumpkin cheesecake.
Oh,
yeah. And then festive. I took a nap.
Yes.
And that's America.
Yeah, America.
How was yours?
It was great. Did I tell the story on the pod of how my Thanksgiving came to be? Okay, I'm going to quick tell the story because it's kind of nutty. I was at home working from home, as I do all the time. That's all I do. I don't have any social life. And I get a text message from an unknown number to me and another unknown number. And it says, do you guys coming to our Thanksgiving this year? And I was like, wow, this is sad. This is a wrong number. And I've been, they don't know that they're inviting a stranger to their Thanksgiving. So I was going to write him back right away and be like, hey, sorry, you got the wrong number. But I realized, let me just Google the numbers real quick and see if I know any of these people. Mm-hmm. The sender couldn't find it online. Mm-hmm. The other receiver, I looked up and it was someone we know by the name of David. Mm-hmm. And David, his fiance, is Katy, our friend Katy. And I was like, I see, they got the wrong Katy, whoever this is. So I wrote back and was like, hi, whoever this is, you got the wrong Katy. Sorry. And the friend responded, oh my God, Katy Frame, I'm so sorry. But do you want to come to Thanksgiving too? And I realized it was this friend of ours that we had done shows with like 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. So we have not seen this couple in so long. And I was like, I feel lame and bad. Like, you don't have to invite me because you accidentally, whatever. He was like, no. We live for these kinds of accidents. If you're free, please come. And I honestly didn't have anywhere to go. So I was like, okay, I'll go to this party. It was so nice. And I brought some macaroni and cheese and not homemade, not like the box kind. But my mom was so mad, by the way, when I said I was bringing mac and cheese. She's like, what? I was like, no, it's nice macaroni and cheese. But the food was amazing and people all brought things and the hosts made the turkey. It was so good. And the people were just so nice. There was another friend of ours that I haven't seen in years. I'll talk to you about her later. But she happened to be there and it was nice to see her again. And she was so good about introducing me to new people. I met this guy and his wife, and the guy had been in a band on tour. So we were talking about tour. I mean, it was just like really, really, really nice. And people were like, wow, it's so great that you actually came.
Oh, I was like, yeah. I love that.
So yeah, it was like really in this spirit of, Thanksgiving or whatever the spirit. I didn't murder anybody, but that's the real spirit of Thanksgiving.
Right. That's just very true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a happy accident. I love that.
It was. This was very fun. Yeah.
Well, I just think that this year was just so magical because we couldn't do it for. The year before, I think it really,
God.
we just all took it for granted. And even watching
the
Thanksgiving Day parade in New York, on the TV versus last year watching it on TV. It was just so sad last year.
Yeah.
So it was
my God, it was so creepy.
sad and creepy. So it was
creepy.
just really, I don't know. I'm highly optimistic about this holiday season. As long as you're hanging out with people who are vaccinated and this new variant doesn't kill us all,
Yeah, and if it does, we'll go down caroling.
Joy to the world. It's fine. It's going to be great. But no, I'm excited. And are you going to get a tree? Are you going to decorate? Are you going to do the whole shebang?
Yes, of course. Last year, my big thing was because we were so isolated, I didn't see anybody for Christmas at all. I threw myself a party, made some cocktail. I dressed up fully, full cocktail menu. I mean, I went all out party mode. Bought one piece of ham. It was great. It was great. I had a really good time.
Oh, see?
But this year, hopefully I'll see humans. I think I'm going to see my dad this year, but
that's great. That's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll see my nephews. I want to dress up like Santa and then be part of the lie.
Great. I love a good lie.
Who's that?
I do.
Santa.
I love Santa, though.
I know.
I do love Santa. I follow Santa on TikTok. Did you know that Santa's on TikTok? He's great. I love him.
Of course.
He's great. He goes live and then he'll answer questions and he's really nice. Very Santa-y. I love Santa. I'm into it.
That's amazing. Go
find Santa on TikTok.
Like we said, we are sitting around in our Difficult Women merchandise that is now live on our band's website. So it is at reformedwhores.com/shop.
And there's a link on our Difficult Women
you can go to
website
too. And so I'm going to put the link in our description below because it's up. I'm excited. We had this amazing artist design them. So go out there and yes, market us. Get our name out there. Difficult Women. I keep getting Google alerts for fucking Boris Johnson's sister's podcast called Difficult Women Podcast.
She's fully paid somebody to promote her over us, and it's everybody go down vote.
Yeah, go troll her.
Maybe it's a good podcast. But
no, we need to uplift women. We are empowering everyone. Good for her.
Find another name for God's sake. I know we took it from a book, but it's fine. We are the only podcast. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Who cares?
Nothing matters. Except the holidays.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
That's consumption. All that matters. Consumption and capitalism.
Yeah. But if you're going to partake in shopping this year, we decided I think we did this last year too. We're going to present to you some of our favorite things, just like Oprah. You get a car and you get a car. No, just kidding. We don't have any money.
That's why we're trying to hawk our wares so hard. Please buy Difficult Women merchandise.
Yes.
It is eco-friendly.
Yes, we've made eco-friendly choices, and if you do want some merch to give to as gifts or for yourself, that's number one on our list is us.
It's true. Number one. That's our gift guide. What if it's just our merch the whole time?
This mug, this sweatshirt. I love it. No, but I'm actually really excited because I have a list of things that I'm very excited to promote. We're not getting kickbacks on any of these things. So this is stuff that either I think is neat or stuff that I'm actually currently using and trying that I'm excited about.
Oh, cool. Well, I do want to mention right before we start listing our gift items and our gift guide. If you do have a small business, if you're listening and you have a small business that you would want to promote on our podcast, shoot us an email at difficultwomenpod@gmail.com because we both are very interested in partnering with you guys, and let's try to help spread the holiday joy and support small businesses and fuck Amazon. Okay? Yeah. Thank you.
Don't fuck Amazon because I would be doing them a favor, but just forget about them.
Forget about them.
Ignore them.
Yeah.
Should we do a one and one and one and one?
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
You begin. I'm excited.
Okay. So as you can probably tell, our list is not going to be Amazon heavy or at all. At all. And we certainly support small businesses and also businesses that are run by people of color. And that's what we're primarily promoting at this juncture. The first thing I want to say is maybe this year, don't buy a lot of things. You know, that's another option. I just want to throw that out there at the top. You don't have to buy stuff this year if you don't want, because we buy a lot of things. But also, giving and receiving gifts is awesome and very lovely, and it can be fulfilling in many different ways. And obviously, supporting small business, we're very pro. So if you're going to buy stuff, do it, but just be thoughtful. My first thing is sort of a general thing, and I have two individuals I'd like to promote. And we've talked about this before, but art and prints.
Yes.
I think if you know an artist that you really like and you're like, this would be a great time for them to commission something for you, or they may have a store, like a website store with their drawings and things. This is a great time to buy stuff for yourself or a friend. The two people I love right now, our good friend Breaking Egg, Miranda Sheh, who's she on Instagram is a Breaking Egg, and on her website you can buy prints from her, or I think she's still doing like mugs with images that she's done. She does commissions still sometimes. She's been busy with this other project called The Grief Circle, which is also a really cool thing you can look into. And then another person who is a friend of mine from pre-pandemic times, who does these like cartoons that are like pun cartoons. Her Instagram is Katy B Cartoons, KATIEB Cartoons. And she's been blowing up. And it was funny because she would do these cartoons and then she didn't post them really or promote herself at all. And when we would work together, and I was like, you need to put this on Instagram. You need to there is a world of people that are loving this stuff, and yours would be like very loved. So she does these really smart, really cute puns. That's like the whole thing.
I love it.
And she also loves bagels, so she does a lot of like bagel content. She also has these images that are like it's puns on famous artists. So like, for example, she has one for Keith Haring, but it's like in the style of Keith Haring, but it's like fish, like Haring the fish. And they're so cute, and I really am a fan. And so you can find her website, and then she also sells prints and maybe even shirts and things like that. But she's someone I think just go check out.
Oh, I love that. Well, I might just go ahead and throw in the mix the woman that designed our merchandise. Her name is Lauren Kolesinskas. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. But her Instagram is at LKolesin. So LKOLESIN. And I'm going to link all of these artists in our description below so everyone can peruse through them and start buying art, because I think that is a good thing to do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What you got? Yeah.
Okay, well, get ready. All right, so you guys know I love food. And I especially like hot, spicy food. And I am obsessed with this particular hot sauce. And it's called FlybyJing. And it's founded by this woman named Jing. The hot sauce is what made her famous, but now she has all types of different things that you can shop, from dumplings to spices to spoons to books and recipes and everything, merchandise as well. But I don't know.
Yeah, better than going to like Williams-Sonoma.
Absolutely. And I mean, you know, Tabasco sauce gets enough. You know, you don't have to buy Tabasco every time. Just buy. I think if you're going to I think it would make a great stocking stuffer. And it's really spicy, and it's Szechuan chili crisps, and it's female owned by this woman. She went by, I think, June her whole life until she was like, fuck that, my name is Jing and I'm gonna be proud of it. And so then she launched this business, FlybyJing, and it's really awesome Szechuan chili crisps that I think everyone should buy and support, because she's awesome and it's really good shit.
Amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's part of the theme of this whole thing too, is it's like, if you think of an idea like, oh, I love buying these gift baskets at Williams-Sonoma, think outside the box a little bit. You know, like, don't go on over to those same old places. I love that.
Because they're probably mass produced, and it's not supporting your community. And
absolutely. And also
neighbors.
Not as good. I feel like the food in those, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, that's great. I have another suggestion. I have been becoming a little bit obsessed. I never was a big, like, go get my nails done person. I never was super into that for myself. But in my like self-care journey, whatever bullshit you want to call it, I've discovered I really like painting my nails, my own nails. And partially due to this company called Olive and June. I discovered this company, and it's owned by this woman. She was like a investment banking type businesswoman, so she kind of knew her shit to begin with. But she had lived in New York and decided to move out to California. And you said this to me before. When she left New York, she realized there just weren't great nail places in California. The way that there's so many like inexpensive and great quality nail places and nail salons in New York City, and she just wasn't finding that out in LA. So she started a company called Olive and June, where I think that they were doing like actual manicures. I think you can still get your manicures. It's like in like Beverly Hills or something crazy. So you can get your nails done there at a more affordable price than these like crazy, crazy fancy places. But she also then started a line of nail polish that is for at home manicures. And they're amazing. I mean, I've always had a problem with nail polish where like I put it on and then it's like chipping immediately. But this nail polish is like super high quality. It's still like $8 a thing, so it's not crazy expensive. I think it's just like the best idea for a little gift for somebody that likes nail polish. And they have like bigger kits that are a little more expensive that have like the whole deal. With like the clippers and the base coat and the top coat and all that stuff. And if you wanted to go for it, I highly recommend. The quality's great. The price feels good for what you're getting. And do you want to hear like a little tip that I learned from them for anybody that's interested in nail painting?
What?
So their suggestion that has been working great for me is the way you should do your nails is that you trim them and like shape them with the old polish still on.
Oh.
And get them kind of into the place you want them to be. Then take the old nail polish off. And then don't wash your hands. Don't put any water on your nail.
Oh.
You can like dry them and get oils off and get like, just sort of take some of that whatever off, but don't touch them. And then paint right onto the nails like that. And then your nail polish won't chip. There's something about the water that makes the nail chip. So, and they also have a really great base coat that works great. Yeah. But I mean, even without a base coat, it helps so much.
Huh.
Try it. Even if you give your own nail polish. I've tried it with other nail polish too. It works. But this nail polish stays on just so much better.
Just as long as you don't wash your hands. And there's so many colors.
Don't wash your hands. Never wash your hands.
Don't wash your hands.
That's my advice. Don't wash your hands.
The pandemic started with Katie's nails.
Yeah. I mean, wash your hands after they're dry, but don't wash them right after you do which might be bad for you because it's acetone on your hands, but it's probably bad for you anyway because there's acetone on your hands. No matter you wash them or don't. So whatever. If you're going to go for it, go for it. I'm wearing a beautiful cranberry color at the moment. Anyway, a big fan.
Wow.
Big fan. And I really think is a nice gift for people that are kind of into that stuff. Or somebody that's been not wanting to get into like painting their nails, but don't know where to start. That's a great place.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Olive and June because I had them on my list as well because she does pop up as one of the, one of the top female-owned businesses. And I know that you had that box of goodies when I was there.
Yes.
It made me so curious of that. And so I took my phone and I literally said, I would like to purchase Olive and June. I didn't type anything. I literally said it out loud and then Siri was listening and now I have been trolled.
Oh no.
By Olive and June on Instagram. But it's amazing stuff. And like the thing that I'm going to order from them is that they have holiday stickers. So like little Christmas trees and like jingle bells. And I love that shit. It's
really fun. And and you could do, honestly, like you could do a big package that they have if you want to give somebody like a nice big thing. But if you were doing a small gift, I would say like get like one color and either the stickers or like one color stickers and a top coat. You know what I mean? Honestly, the top coat's amazing. So, or even the stickers and the top coat. I don't know. But they're really, really cute for people that enjoy painting their nails.
I love it. Okay, cool. Olive and June, link it below. All right. So my next one is I couldn't actually figure out if it was female owned or not. It's I couldn't find out, but I am obsessed with this new company. So after our fast fashion episode that we did a couple of weeks ago, I have been committed to not buying my normal stuff. So if you listen to the episode, y'all know I love me some Zara. But Zara, the quality of stuff is really going down. It actually is so bad for the communities and the locals that these factories are working at. Like, it's bad. It's just bad. It's hot fashion. I mean, it's trendy, but it's bad for the environment. So I'm trying not to shop at Zara. So I just bought my first thing from them, and the quality is amazing. So I'm just going to say it. Again, I don't know if it's female owned. Couldn't find that out. But it's called Quince, and their website is onequince.com. Link below in the description. And how it works is that basically they're trying to cut out the middleman. So what they claim is that it's the supply chain is literally from the factory to you. And so, because before the traditional supply chain with merchandise is that it goes from the factory, the sourcing agents, the tariffs, to the warehouse, to the brand, to the store, to you. And so by them cutting out the middleman, they're actually like cutting the costs. And so comparing the prices, it has it on its website, but they have like Quince compared to Everlane. And I was talking about Everlane recently, because they're really committed to sustainability, but also with Vince, if you know that fancy company. Vince is I love their stuff, but it's so expensive. A shirt is like $300. Quince is committed to keeping the prices low and the quality high. So I actually got this like beautiful like cashmere sweater for $80, which I was like, wow, I'm splurging. But this thing is so beautiful. It's so soft. And now I'm just wearing it every single day. So it kind of smells already, but that's all right. But they have cost transparency right on the website, and they have sweaters and jewelry and sheets and linen. Like they just have. I don't know. I'm obsessed. Quince. It's my new place. And their website again is onequince.com. Just because like I really want to be committed, especially if I'm giving gifts this holiday. Like I want to make sure I'm not like killing the environment with every purchase. Which, those little purchases from Amazon, they add up, you guys.
Oh, for sure.
They add up.
For sure.
So anyway, check it out.
In the same line of that, this wasn't on my list necessarily, but it reminded me of this company that I had heard about called, I guess it's pronounced NAADAM. It's NAADAM. And they also do these cashmere sweaters. That's like their big thing. Mm-hmm. But they source the cashmere from the cashmere goats or whatever whatever animal makes cashmere from Mongolia, specific parts of Mongolia. Mm-hmm. And they employ Mongolian people. They pay them very well for like the use of the cashmere, the shaving of the goats. Again, I don't know how you make cashmere, but and then they produce them in Mongolia and pay the people of Mongolia, the people that are participating to make these sweaters. And they have different designers, and everything is like within that community. And then again, they're just like you said, it's just direct to customer. So they're able to pay people way more and not just be like ripping their resources from their land and making people work for nothing. And then you get these like beautiful sweaters that are much more affordable because they're not being marked up,
and they last longer.
And they last longer, and I mean, cashmere is nice. I'm sorry, but it's like I'm not sorry. It's nice, and it lasts long, and it's a lovely luxury item to have that will keep you warm and serves a purpose. That wasn't on my list, but it kind of similarly, it ties into my next item, which is a lot of my things are like self-care things because that's sort of the route I've been on in my life recently. But I've been growing my hair out, and I had this whole come to Jesus moment where I was like, oh, my hair's like a little bit wavy. I didn't really know. So I've been like obsessed with like trying to like keep my hair really healthy, which is something I really thought much about in the past. And I was reading on my like, YouTube wormholes, all this stuff. One of the products that people recommend is you can make rice water, and it's supposed to make your hair healthier, shinier, and thicker. And the process is taken from these red Yao, the women of the red Yao community, which is the Yao. The Yao communities are communities in China and Vietnam. It's like a term for specific communities that are a minority in China and Vietnam. But there's a specific community called the red Yao community, and the women there are known for having very long, very strong, beautiful, shiny hair. And it's part of their culture. It's part of their like religion and the way that they grow it. And there's a whole traditional, beautiful cultural tie to their hair. But one of the things that the Western world has realized is like, how'd they get their hair so nice? And one of the ways they do it is that they wash their hair in rice water, and they have a certain kind of rice that they grow out in that region. And a lot of Western people are realizing like, oh, this is like something we want to steal from this community. So there's a lot of companies that are making rice water products, and like, number one, you don't even know if they're getting this correct rice that they're using. We don't know what's going on with that. They might be doing it in ways that we're just like, as Western people tend to do, just going in there and like taking people's resources and stuff. So I found this company called Viori, Viori, and they make these rice water shampoo bars. That's another thing too, is like people now moving over to shampoo bars instead of using the plastics, because you're not using plastics then to hold your shampoo. And I wasn't sure about a shampoo bar, but I got this. It's made with real rice water, and it's one of those companies where they are committed to helping the Red Yao community. They're paying very, very high like rates to produce the rice from the community. They're hiring a lot of the people in the community to make little charms that go on the packaging. They're really interested in helping preserve the community and support the community without raping them of their resources. And the shampoo's also amazing. My hair's been so shiny. It feels like thicker. It feels like really great. So if that's something you've been interested in trying, like if you're interested in trying a shampoo bar, I recommend this Viori company. It comes in lots of different scents. And also it's packaged so pretty in this little paper package. And it's just like, you know how like sometimes you just want to get a gift for someone and it's like a candle or a bar of soap. This would be perfect for something like that. And it's shampoo, but like, why not try a shampoo bar? I don't know.
Yeah. I tried a shampoo bar. It made my hair oily.
Try this one. It might be different. They're not all made the same.
I love it. Well, because those shampoo bottles are all plastic and so bad for the environment and our future.
And also, not all shampoo bars are made the same. So if it's made by a company that's using a lot of like crappy products, like you're still putting chemicals in your hair. This is made with rice water.
Oh,
cool. And there's a whole recipe that they use to make it.
Oh.
Anyway, super into it.
Linked below. All right, my next one is, y'all know I like some sex toys, all right? And,
yes.
We've been hawking the Adam and Eve stuff for a while, but right now I'm going to take a moment and talk about overkink.com. Overkink.com was started by a woman named J.C. Chester to normalize sex positivity in the Black community. And she's been written up in all kinds of magazines. She just really doesn't, she doesn't want to kink shame anybody. She wants to empower people, especially in the Black community. She herself is Black. And if you go to overkink.com, she has all types of every single thing you could want to please yourself and a partner. And I just think it's such a cool idea that she's not only providing these toys, but also trying to provide education and kind of destigmatize like kink shaming, like just empower, know what you like and know what you love and empower yourself to be able to say it and share it with your partner. And especially, I think that you don't really think about it, but like in the Black community, she really feels that it's important to empower people like herself into knowing their kinks and to be proud of them. So I found that I'd never heard of this website before when I was just kind of Googling around for women-owned businesses. This one came up and really caught my eye because she's been written up in so many different publications, and her website is very straightforward, and she even has like a section called fetish, so you can really find out what your fetish is. There's a wellness link to all condoms and lubricants and then all the toys galore. So overkink.com, I highly recommend.
Love that.
Yeah.
Another place, I found this on a Business Insider's gifts from Black-owned businesses, like their top 10 list or something. Which was a great list. There was a lot of things on there that were interesting to me. But the one thing, I'm sorry, I'm so hung up on like hair care and stuff, but if anybody's into it, There's a woman that she makes winter hats that are lined with satin for keeping your hair from getting all like messed up when you're wearing a hat. And specifically for African-American women and their hair type, a lot of times like those kinds of things can, you know, wearing like a winter hat will really scratch up your hair. A lot of women wear bonnets to sleep to keep their hair from getting all like messed up and like knotty and stuff while they're sleeping. And that's been a thing too that I've been like looking into as my hair gets longer, is that my hair gets like, it's different, but it gets like all messed up in the hats, and it gets easily like into rat's nests and things. So I was like, oh my God, so cute. Satin lined winter little beanies. So cute. The name of the company is called Kink and Coil. And she's got some like lovely things on there, also like satin scrunchies. And I wanted to mention, I wanted to get some satin scrunchies for my hair just to have it up in something, because it gets so knotted up in these rubber bands and things. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things that's such an easy, and same with the hat, such an easy thing to think of, and then go to Amazon and buy whatever from some company that's ripping off people's ideas and selling them for cheap or whatever. So I consciously was like, you know, this whole even idea of having like satin bonnets and satin scrunchies is very much from like the Black community and their hair care. So let me go to like a Black company and see what I can find. And I found this woman, Nessa Hill, and she, if you're looking for scrunchies, really nice satin scrunchies, I got a couple from her, and in this like beautiful midnight blue color. Ooh. But she has all these beautiful colors, and or if you need a bonnet, a satin bonnet to sleep in, she makes these lovely bonnets. So those two companies I really recommend for some just protecting your hair.
Wow.
Yes. And those are things that are easy to go to Amazon and just be like, whatever, don't do it. Just don't do it. Look a little deeper.
All right, my next one is, it's not owned by a woman. I'm sorry. I have to talk about this real quick, especially for gifts, because I think this would make the best gift ever. Uncle Nearest
I was just going to say this one.
Really?
This is my next one on the list. Yep. I'm so excited about this.
Well, so I did an event with Uncle Nearest, I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago at my old work establishment, where I got to meet some of the makers and hear the story firsthand from the whiskey makers. And some of the family members, and it really stuck with me. So the truth of the matter, so guys, Jack Daniels stole the recipe, stole the whiskey recipe. Surprise, from a Black man named Nearest Green. Basically, Jack Daniels in Lynchburg, Tennessee, had this man, a Black slave, help make the whiskey, and then sold it and profited, as we all know. Which is really cool about Uncle Nearest, is that they do have the original, what is it, whiskey recipe? I don't know, that has been passed down from generations. And then finally, it's really cool that they they have their own whiskey line. And so today, so going forward into the holidays, I really recommend, if you're going to buy anybody any kind of liquor of any sort, just Google unclenearest.com, and it's premium whiskey, and it's actually really, really smooth, and it's not overly mass produced like Jack Daniels, and you're supporting the actual true maker.
And you know what else is really cool? Because I don't know if you said that they're not owned by a woman, but from what I see it is owned by a woman.
Oh, it is.
The company was started by Fawn Weaver. And when she had heard about the story of Nearest Green and was just like, wow, that's fucked up, and also I'm very interested in this crazy story, not crazy story, but this story. So after she went into looking into the story a little bit more, she was the one that purchased the 300-acre farm in Lynchburg where Nearest had taught Jack Daniel how to distill it. And so then she started meeting the family of the Nearest Green, and was gonna, I think it says on the website that she was gonna like at first just sort of like make a movie about him to honor him, and then she realized like the best way to honor him is to make the whiskey that he intended. And she didn't even have, and what I love about this story is that not only is that part, the Nearest Green part of the story, important and inspiring, but her part of the story is inspiring too, because she came in to the distilling companies and businesses, and she had no idea about anything about it, and she figured it out. She taught herself how to do this stuff and found the people that would be able to help. And that industry is dominated mostly by white men. And she's been able to really make a name for herself in the whiskey world. And that's fucking cool.
That is so
And she's
cool.
a black woman. So that's just awesome. And she's been winning awards. These whiskeys been winning awards.
Well, it's actually very close to me. I should go visit.
You should.
Really
that sounds
cool.
like a great place to go.
It's a 323 acre farm that you can go and learn the history behind it and taste the master blend.
Yeah. Oh my God, let's go next time I come.
God, yeah, I love whiskey.
But what a great gift. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I just I remember working this event and learning the whole history and being like, that fucking Jack Daniels, you son of a bitch.
Side note, actually, so I wasn't even thinking about this for our list, but I think this is very much in line with the whiskey situation. Have y'all, this has not been making the big news. This is one of the things I do like about the internet, but there is a woman named she's a musician. Her artist name is Xiomara, Xiomara. Her Instagram handle is Grace Boogie, Boogie. She is claiming, and rightfully so, that Adele and Adele's people on this latest album have gone in and stolen everything that all her marketing ideas, the song list, even like the themes of each song in order are like the same as her album. It's like somebody found her album, liked it, and then we're like, we're just gonna fully steal from this album and all these ideas, and then use them to make Adele's album, which happens a lot in the industry. But this woman is like, she's like, what the fuck is happening? I stand with her. And that's another thing. We don't really buy music like we used to, but if you're going to buy an album, I really recommend you look, at least if you're going to stream stuff for the holidays and you like Adele's new album. I also recommend that you stream Xiomara's album.
How do you spell it again?
Xiomara. Her music's great. And there's like definitely crazy similarities. And it just really feels like the marketing team especially went in and said, we like this album. We're just going to like fully pillage it and use it for Adele. And there's another, and if you don't believe me that this is a thing that Adele does and her team does, there is a Brazilian guy. He just won a suit against her, or he maybe filed the suit. I think he won it. That song, there's one of her songs. He was like, she fully stole my song. And it took a couple years for it to like come through, but now it's been in the news from one of her previous albums. So she's like known for being like a plagiarist in the industry.
Whoa.
Which I know people, we love Adele.
Right now. Oh my God. Sounds like, whoa. Adele.
So instead of playing Adele and giving her streams on your next Christmas party or holiday party, I recommend throwing Xiomara on your list instead. That'll be something at least to counteract it. Follow her on Instagram.
Well, her Instagram is Grace Boogie. You said
Grace
that.
Boogie on Instagram. Yep.
Yeah. Wow, this is fascinating. I'm down the rabbit hole now. Okay, that's awesome.
But terrible.
But no, I mean, sorry, no, not that's awesome that Adele's.
And she's a
these
smaller,
people think that they have so much money and nothing can touch them.
And the truth is, nothing has touching them.
Right.
This
well, Lady A, the situation,
thing.
Right, with Lady Antebellum switching it to Lady A. I mean, nothing came of it.
Right. And the thing is, it's not that we have to start recognizing as white people too that like this is not new. And the story of Jack Daniels is a perfect example of it, you know. Right. But I think that there's things that obviously we can start working on to counteract. But how exciting! And I was texting with this Instagramming. She was being very like when I posted about it on Instagram, and she was responding to everybody and was like, "Thank you for your support and all that." And I just wrote to her. I was like, "I honestly, the good thing that came out of this is that now I know about you.
Who you are, yeah,
that's
great."
So yeah. That's one.
Well, I just have one more to share, if that's all right. I don't know how many you have, but I did stumble across this website called Kirrin Finch. And I don't know about you, and now that the pandemic is seemingly over, I really am stepping up my style. And one of the things that I have always wanted to do, yet kind of just have been holding back, but not anymore, is rocking more pantsuits. And I have one pantsuit that's the color of Hillary Clinton's pantsuit, and it's not what I want to be rocking now that the pandemic is almost over. Like, I want to show up in
It is a nice pantsuit, though.
It is a nice one. It feels like we're about to give like a little sermon or something. But no, so I found this website. It's a Brooklyn-based couple, Laura and Kelly, and they're meeting the growing demand for gender-defying fashion by creating menswear-inspired apparel designed to fit a range of female and non-binary bodies. So that's always been my problem when I want to get like a full suit, is that like, I have to go like Zara because it's like a super trendy thing that's going to go out of fashion very quickly and then made poorly, and or go to like Brooks Brothers, Brookstone, get a massager, but Brooks Brothers. Like, I never knew where to really go because Macy's has like weird pantsuits and like I don't know. Anyway,
and they're gray and weird and
but this one, this company though, like it just seems like it's really well made suits for
What's the
women.
name of the company?
It's called Kirrin Finch, and so. And their stuff is so cool. Like, I want a nice little like vest to wear with my pantsuit. I've always wanted to like rock a pantsuit at a wedding.
Ooh,
I just think that's so hot. And I've talked about it before of like gender fluidity but they have like just really nice, just really nice fitted clothing. And I've never seen anything like that before. That's women. It's female owned and created, and then it's specifically for women and non-binary people that are looking for more of an androgynous clothing type of thing. And I'm here for it. I mean, look at this stuff. Isn't
beautiful
it
stuff? Yeah, that's very cool.
Anyway, check that out. Brooklyn-based, baby.
Yes, love it.
Link below. I'm linking it below.
Well, I guess I have one thing and then one general thing.
Cool.
Just toss out there.
Yeah.
Another fucking beauty thing, because that is where I've been. Again, post-pandemic, trying to get out in the world, trying to look nice, all that. I don't know if we're really post-pandemic, but post, middle pandemic, but still leaving the house. One thing too, and just generally, I've been more and more aware that we as a westernized, how do I even call this? European colonizing community who's just dominated the world in the worst possible way. We just fully ignore the native people of this country. And that's another active thing you can do, is start looking up native indigenous owned businesses. And Good Housekeeping has a great list of some really cool like gift ideas and things. But one that stood out to me, which I thought was really cool was this company called Cheekbone Beauty. And it's like a makeup company. And not only is it indigenous owned and run, but it's sustainably produced, and like it's in packaging that's like sustainable packaging and less packaging and things like that. So it's like, and I think it's like vegan and stuff. So it's like ticking off like all the boxes in terms of being like a good sustainable company where you're supporting small business and good people. So I wanted to throw that one out there. And the other thing I just wanted to mention again, I said this last year, I'm super into it. If you're also just like, oh, I don't like any of these ideas, they're all terrible. It's like, fine, okay. And you're still not sure what you want to do, go on over to Etsy and be mindful that there are definitely like bigger companies that make shitty things and mass produce them. There's definitely people that do those things on there. So be careful of those companies. But there's also people that are running small businesses, and there's almost like anything you could want to find on there. Really, like there's so many things on Etsy now. I was even looking at, I've been kind of into the idea of having a watch. So I was looking for used old watches.
Where's my Casio looking at my best phone. Friend watch I gave you?
I love that watch, but it makes so much noise.
Oh.
It beeps all the time.
I know. I don't know why and how I have to turn it off.
Silence it. Yeah. So I'm looking for it, but I loved it. I wanted to revive it, but I was like, it's too loud. And when it's a loud watch. So I was looking for some other watches.
Our friendship.
And yeah, it's very loud, and I had to turn it off. No, just kidding. That's not true. That's not even true. I'm starting rumors that aren't true. But so I was like looking for different things. Like there's just so much you can find on there, and I just want to make one shout out to somebody that I really loved this. I'm a big fan of these like mystery boxes. You know, where you like people throw stuff together and whatever. And one of and I did a 90s mystery box for myself when I was giving myself gifts last year for Christmas when I was alone and nobody was here. And that was a really fun one. But this year I want to recommend one. If you like vintage stuff, but you don't want to look for it, I guess, or you can buy vintage items like on her page, but her page is called WhimsyBarnVintage. Ooh. And she makes these mystery boxes with like antique and vintage items, and you can like type in your likes and dislikes and your style, and she kind of curates these boxes for you. And I got one because I had like space on my windowsill. I had this idea of like I want like vintagey things on there, but I didn't really want to look for stuff. So I was like, let me see. So I got this small box, and it was full of stuff, and with the exception of one thing, which was this weird ceramic baby, I loved everything in the box except for the baby. But I loved it. Was just so fun and really lovely stuff. And even her stuff that she sells vintage on Etsy itself is great. And I'm just buying vintage stuff on Etsy. I'm a fan of generally, because again, let's not make new things. Let's just buy old things. Why not?
That's great.
And her name is Sandy. I looked at her, I was like, who is this woman? And she's like a middle-aged white lady named Sandy. I hope she's not like super conservative or something. I don't know. But still, I was a big fan of WhimsyBarnVintage. That's my story about that.
Well, I think that wraps up our Difficult Women gift guide for the year.
Yeah, we have lots and lots of good ideas on there because it's always hard to think of stuff. So I hope we were helpful in some way.
And I'm going to put, again, all the links below. You can check it out. We'll be posting them also on Instagram. I think that'd be kind of fun, especially the artists that we spoke of that you guys can check out. But I mean, again, we talk about it all the time. We just got to be more conscious consumers.
Yes.
And, don't quick fix the holidays this year. Really be thoughtful. And maybe do like a coupon book of little things you can do for people or experiences.
Yeah. Or if you're going to spend money, spend it on the right people.
That's right.
Not Jeff Bezos doesn't need more of your money.
No, he doesn't. Fuck that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got to get out of it. Goodbye. I don't know.
Mayday.
Yeah, abort.